Throttle warning.
What's up? You checking out the Frequent Flyer, and I'd like to welcome you guys back to my RC Chop Shop. This here is my Kingkong 110 GT, one of my favorite flyers for those who didn't know. And I intend on adding these motors here. These are 0905 10,000 kV motors. Yup, I'm trying to turn this into a Toothpick class flyer. And so I figured that by removing those 1105 motors that are heavier than these 0905 motors, I can turn this to a Toothpick style flyer. And by removing the canopy and replacing it with this carbon fiber here, I think I can get the job done and get this a lighter flyer. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do some dremeling because the hole pattern doesn't match up with the motors. I will be speeding this part up because this is a quick chop. So let's get it. These are all M3 standoffs and accessories. I decided to use these white screws and these white standoffs. So I'm just going to remove those little white dampening rings I actually removed from my 95 GT. For whatever reason, my 110 GTs didn't come with those little white dampening rings for stopping the vibration getting to the flight controller. I guess it didn't need it because my 110 GT flies really nice without them, but I just thought maybe I should add them. Better to have vibration dampening than not. And so that's my little trick to getting these nylon nuts back on the screws. Just hold the screw still with the nylon nut on top and just screw it in from the bottom with the screwdriver. Check it out. This is what they look like. I'm planning to clip off part of these nylon screws later, but now let's get some soldering done. I decided to clip off part of the edges of these motor wires, just easier to work with, short. So I used a little screwdriver to sort of stick those motor wires underneath the flight controller, between the flight controller and the ESCs. I apologize for the angles I'm giving you guys, just trying to make it as visible as possible. Kind of hard to keep it all visible with my big thumbs moving around all in front of the camera. It's the best I can do. Again, I apologize, guys. Alright, so it's time to clip off these nylon screws. Just enough for the standoffs to be able to grab onto them still. So just having a look at some of the different prop options that I have to fit on these motors here on this frame. And these 65 millimeters would have been nice, but I could not find the rest of them. And these little props here I found off Amazon, and I had a bunch of them laying around, but for some reason I could only find 5 of them. Luckily, 4 of them were perfect to fit and all, but I end up losing one of them. One of them was thrown in a crash, so I never get to show you guys what it flies like with them. So this ended up being the final product. So let's take this thing out for a spin. Alright y'all, so I'm out here with this Kingkong Toothpick ChopShop quick chop, and we're about to try it with these 2 packs here. I got these props on it here. You might recognize these props as the Cherson CX 117 props. There's a brushed model that Cherson has that has these props. I'll try to source them for you guys. Hopefully they still have them, and I'll put the link in the description if I happen to find it. Actually, I did find it. I just ordered some of these, and let's get this thing up in the air. I think I have to turn the rates up on it. Let's do a punch though. Try again. So not bad. definitely can use some tuning. So I can hear oscillation when it's coming down. So I'm gonna have to lower the D gain. Can do power loops and all. Let's go back to angle mode, and it's steady. You can barely tell that I switched modes. So let's check the motors. The motors are a little warm. Actually, one of them feel a little hot. So definitely gonna do some tuning on this little guy. And judging from how warm these motors feel now, I think I'm not gonna try 3S on it right now. I think 3S might be a little too much for this tune here. Definitely need to lower the P gains and the D gains. Yeah, so I guess in the next flight I'm gonna tune this thing out and see if we can get it to fly for the rest of the battery, for the full length of the battery without the motors getting hot, and then maybe we'll try 3S. It's the Kingkong Toothpick Chop Shop. Thanks for watching.